Hey guys, what's up? Thank you for joining me for another video, and today's video I'm very excited to announce is my first Nintendo Switch review video. Now obviously I will be using trailer footage as you can see here, but I've muted it and chopped it all up and using it in a journalistic fashion, so hopefully I don't get dragged across the coals by Nintendo. I cannot capture footage from my Switch currently, but for the time being my Nintendo Switch videos will be via trailer footage or officially released Nintendo gameplay footage. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's get into the review. The story of Monster Hunter Rise takes place around Kamura Village, where you as a new hunter must help protect the village from the incoming rampage, an event that has transpired many times before, bringing with it destruction and death, which is basically just waves of monsters crashing into the village for some unknown reason, all the while a growing threat emerging in the background involving two dragon-like monsters. The story of Monster Hunter games have never really been the selling points. They're kind of just there. They're not terrible, but they're just there. But the characters in Rise are all pretty cool and quite colourful, and there's some awesome cutscenes with some great characterization in it. The story is also a little on the short side, but there's going to be plenty of free DLC expanding on it, so it isn't all bad, with the first major DLC drop coming next week. Now look, let's not beat around the bush here. Monster Hunter games are always damn good in gameplay wise and as a game. Doesn't mean everyone has to like them, so it doesn't mean that it should be universally praised, but those who are already in on this gravy train, they generally, they love them, and Monster Hunter games are just always great. And this one is definitely no exception. Monster Hunter Rise is just a great game through and through, and probably one of the best Monster Hunter games to date. It takes ideas and mechanics from both the older games and from Monster Hunter World and smashes them together here for great effect. The wire bug in particular is one of my favourite gaming mechanics ever, and it just gives the game a great verticality and options in both movement and attacks. So now not only can you just go forward and backward, left and right, and yes, you could also climb vines and etc. in the older games, but now you can use the wire bug to run up walls, you can use the great wire bugs to launch yourself even higher. There are secrets to find, there's lore to find, there's just so much verticality here that it's just great. It is so much fun, even just exploring the environments. The new companion, the Palamute, is also another great idea. Being able to ride it to get around faster, have it attack alongside with you, and also be able to take your potions and sharpen weapons whilst riding it. Of course, the Palicos also make a return, and if you're playing solo, you can have a Palico and a Palamute at the same time, which is always great fun. All the old monsters and the new monsters are brought to life here yet again amazingly, but in this time it's within the RE engine, which, let's be honest, the game looks great for a Nintendo Switch game. Now, I've always championed the Switch. The Switch is a phenomenal games console. What it can do for essentially just being a tablet is amazing, and the game looks great, plays great, and runs fantastically. Of course, the 14 weapon types of old Monster Hunter, they make their return here, each one having multiple upgrade options, and you can obviously, using specific monster parts, you can create just different variations with different elemental attacks or different stat increases. As well as that, you also have the new Switch skills, where two can be equipped at any one time, and they can be interchanged at will, giving yourself new moves and attacks with each weapon. Of course, the Switch skills is just you using the wire bug in conjunction with an attack to pull off some really cool moves. And you can just constantly change it up. The food also here has been simplified, but in a good way. It just enables you to craft and save multiple different recipes to enable different buffs. So your health and your stamina always get the same increase from whatever food you choose, but depending on which three of the foods that you pick, just gives yourself different boosts, and I love creating different ones for fighting different kinds of monsters. There's also plenty of side quests and missions to take part in, as well as taking on optional objectives like foraging for 5 mushrooms or hunt 3 large monsters to gain extra rewards alongside the standard, earning things at the end of a quest. There's also the arena quests which make a comeback, and there's also the new rampage missions which pits you and up to 3 others alongside NPCs to fend off the waves of monsters, and then eventually the apex monster at the end, using your own weapons and a number of fixed weaponry from from cannons to wyvern, like guns and Gatling guns to take them down. It's pretty cool. It's tower defense basically, but I think it's a great addition to the game, and well, it's just more content to play. I really have nothing negative to say about Monster Hunter Rise. I have put in just over 50 hours into the game, and I still have things to do. There's still stuff coming out, especially next week, like I said, with the free DLC, so I'm very much looking forward to that. And although Monster Hunter Rise may be lacking in the story department, it takes nothing away from the game, and it more than makes up for it with its amazing and addictive gameplay, beautiful graphics, and its unique monsters, weapons, armor, environments. If you own a Switch, Monster Hunter Rise is a must own, and if you've been on the fence about getting the Switch for some bizarre reason, now is the time. Monster Hunter Rise gets a 9 out of 10 from me, with its free DLC offering new monsters, the Hunter rank being uncapped from Hunter rank 7 to beyond, the new weapons, armors, events, quests, crossovers, and so much more. This game will eventually be a 10 out of 10, but I give it a 9 just because the story was a little on the short side, and I have to. I can't just love everything 100% 10 out of 10. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for listening to me waffle on. Please let me know down in the comments what you think of Monster Hunter Rise. Please like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Don't forget to slap that subscribe button if you'd like to stick around. I'll be doing a Nintendo Switch Lite giveaway when I reach 1,000 subscribers. I am fastly approaching halfway to that point, which is amazing, and it's all thanks to you guys. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and until next time.